What's up, everybody? It's Supersmallchibiwolf here, and today I'm going to be talking about the concerning issue relating retro games. Now, in my opinion, I love, retro, new, classic, kind of old games. Doesn't matter how old. I love, a lot of games from different gaming generations and consoles, etc. In my opinion, you know, growing up, I loved, the PlayStation 1, the Game Boy, I remember Sega, and all those other games, arcades, and etc. Right? I personally, I love it, many forms of gaming. And, you know, recently, especially, last year too, but especially this year. Last year, it was an issue, don't get me wrong, but this year it's out of control. It's crazy, and all of that, you know. And the issue is, well, a lot of video game prices are going way up and getting too crazy expensive and all. And overall, it's it's kind of difficult for many, collectors out there, retro games, and you could say new, because the only new game that me personally I know that's going up in price is the Super Mario 3D All Stars. Me, I have my copy. I enjoyed it. I liked the game. A lot of people really did not enjoy that game. They didn't like it. They had some issues here and there. Me personally, I liked it, and a lot of people I heard loved it too. It's one of those games which, from what I've heard the last time, it was kind of 50-50. Some people like, half not like. But recently I've heard a little bit more good than bad. But a few months ago it was 50-50. So yeah. Me personally, this is one thing I want to get out of the way. There's a thing a lot of people say is that a lot of games should get remakes because remakes makes the original games go down in price. But no, it's the opposite. A lot of the games, retro games, once like there's remakes, the originals go up in price. And that's the thing I've been hearing some people say. They should remake. Let's say, for example, I don't know, they say a lot of things, a lot of games I hear, like, hey, Pokemon Yellow, Pokemon Crystal, and, games like that. Chrono Triggers should be on Switch, a remake. Final Fantasy 6, should have a remake on Switch. And, they think it's going to go down in price. The other games, like the old versions, the actual authentic version. But from what I've seen, I remember when Super Mario 3D All Stars came out. I remember what was it, Super Mario Sunshine on GameCube was still expensive. It was like a $80 game or $70, and I was like, wait, but and me, I already had my copy at that point. I paid, of course, less than that. I didn't get it on launch. I got it like a year before, so I was like, oh, pretty cool, got a good price on that. But nowadays, I've seen many games go up in price and all that. For example, me, I have a friend that has Pokemon Crystal, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Me personally, I was kind of interested in that, but to be honest, I already got the Pokemon games that I've always been interested in, which was Pokemon Red and Pokemon Diamond. Those two were the only Pokemon games that I really was like really into, because the Pokemon Diamond anime and the Pokemon Red and the originals and all that, and it's just, I love Pokemon. So yeah, I wasn't really huge on the entries like Crystal or what was it, Leaf Green, Fire Red, and all those, the remakes of but yeah, I enjoyed the Pokemon games that I have. I'm happy with what I have. Some people, for example, and try. Oh, by the way, let me just say this: Not saying this is bad, but a lot of people want everything of, like for example, Pokemon Red, Pokemon Fire Red, Pokemon Green, Leaf Green, and then the remakes and the originals. Me personally, that's not my thing. I have Pokemon Red. I'm happy with that. I don't feel like I need Crystal. Chrono Triggers, another game I was interested in, but then I was like, you know what? I remembered. I believe it's in the Super Nintendo Mini, and even if it's not on there, I know some people, there's websites which you could emulate, put it on the Super Nintendo Mini. I've seen it done. So yeah, Chrono Trigger, pretty cool. But me personally, a game which I was like, was searching up recently, and I've been kind of keeping low on Tekken series. I'm going to be honest. I grew up with Tekken on PS1, Tekken 2, mostly is what I remember, and it's pretty cool. I love the Tekken games. Tekken 7 isn't really my thing, so I was like, well, let me see Tekken 6, and Tekken 6 introduces Lily, so I was like, hey, she's pretty cool. And I love Asuka, I have my favorite female character in Tekken, and best girl. But yeah, Tekken 6, for example, let's start with that. One of the games I'm interested in, you know what I mean? So, that game I've seen, I was like, oh, this is around $50 and around $60. And I saw one sealed for $70, so I was like, yeah, I don't want to pay $70 for a sealed copy, so probably going to look for $50 or under, you know what I mean? I'm probably still going to be like, try to make a deal with that, be like, hey, try to get other games on my list to go along with it, so it could be, like maybe a little lower the price, because I'm kind of like, if it's around 60 for Tekken 6. So I was like, you know what? No. It doesn't I don't feel that, you know what I mean? Like, for example, like, Pokemon Crystal, me, I'm not interested in it, but if I was, I would try to get it, because now I know the pricing for this is like over $100 easily. You know what I mean? Pokemon Crystal. And that's not even complete. That's just the game itself, So I'm like, you know what I mean? So something, it needs to be an understandable price in my opinion. So me personally, long story short, Tekken 6, a game I'm interested in, and I was like, I need to find a better price in it, So for me, today, for example, one of the games on my list, I was speaking with someone online, right? Talking, chilling, nice. And yeah, you meet some great people within this retro gaming community, this side of the gaming, community, the retro side. You could maybe say, hey, I'm looking for these 3 games. They can give you a good deal, and then you go on with your day and you're happy, everyone's good, but sometimes it's like, it's ridiculous stuff. For example, I remember for $50 I got my, or 50 or 40, one of those two, I got the, what was it, Super Mario 64, what was it? It was complete in box, with manual in box. I believe it was 2 years ago or a year ago. I unboxed it on the channel. I'll try to remember to put it right here, one of those little cards, so of the unboxing. And yeah, it was under 60. It was like 40 or 30. What was this, 50? Yeah, under $60 is what I remember, and it was pretty cool, And I was like, oh, this is pretty cool, nice, And then I think back right now as I'm saying this. I think back, like 1 or 2 years ago, whenever I unboxed it, I had that, and then I'm looking online today, and then and the other days, and I've seen this is like same pricing. It's like, what? It's dumb, It's like, what the hell? Because a game like, for example, I know this, And this is like, I believe it's common sense, you know, a game like Super Mario 64 compared to Tekken 6. Of course, Super Mario 64 is going to cost more because it's more valuable and more, you know, to it than something like Tekken 6. Tekken 5 isn't even like that expensive, like, you know, so why the, you know, 6? Really? I don't know. Like, me personally, this is like probably my second to last or game I need to complete my PS3 games. So I was like, hey, you know, Tekken 6, enjoy. So yeah, that's just one example of something, you know, I searching up, I'm looking, and then it's like, yeah, that ain't gonna do. I believe certain games have a certain pricings, you know. I understand, you know, sometimes, what was it? Yeah, you know, what was it? Some games, for example, you know, when it's sealed, of course it's worth more, right? But from what I'm seeing, a lot of these, you know, prices that I said, well, like, you know, 60, and, you know, staying around that price tag for Tekken 6, I'm going to speak more. This also includes over here too, with these games and other games, retro games. Keep that in mind. But I'm just using Tekken 6 for example. They tend to keep a pricing which would be understandable maybe if it was sealed, but then it's like, yo, it's not even in the greatest condition. You know what I mean? And another thing is, I don't know, I feel like, you know, a game like, for example, Tekken 6, you know, it is not as valuable as other games, you know what I mean, in this genre. For example, Final Fantasy 7, you know what I mean? Popular game, just like Tekken series, right? I believe Final Fantasy 7 and other Final Fantasy games are worth more than any Tekken game. Like, you know, that's just my opinion. Especially Tekken 6. Compare Tekken 6 to Final Fantasy 7. Like, no. You know, like, Tekken 6 should not cost more than Final Fantasy 7. You know what I mean? I'm talking about like both are good condition and all of that. You know, it's just my opinion. You know, but don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Final Fantasy 7 or Final Fantasy 9 just to use another Final Fantasy because everyone uses 7, for example. So 9, the same thing with 9. You know, it's like one of those medium games. You know what I mean? Like the cheap games is, you know, you find something scratched up. The medium games, you know, you get like $20 and, you know, you good, you happy. And then there's the high-priced games like Pokemon Crystal over here and Chrono Trigger, which is basically 100 and up. You know what I mean? So I've seen a lot of people try to do, for example, they try to see Tekken 6, for example, again, because, yeah, like I said, one of the games I'm on my list, and it's just like, what are people thinking? You know what I mean? They're trying to put like 60 plus on this, you know, and yeah, I found that ridiculous. And I've seen this with many games. You know, I got Pokemon Red. A lot of the places were saying, you know, 100 up. I'm happy that I, you know, didn't pay that much for my, my copy of Pokemon Red. And yeah, you know, I just wanted to, you know, as a person who I'm almost done with my retro collection of games, and then be happy. I personally think and feel like a lot of these games, not everything is, you know, worth that price. For example, like, again, let's compare these two. Pokemon Crystal version, okay, around $70 for Pokemon Crystal is pretty much a great idea. I mean, a great deal, to be honest, because from what I'm seeing, this shit's 100 and plus, and I'm like, holy shit, you know what I mean? Like, me personally, you know, like I said, Pokemon, you know, Pokemon Diamond was my interest, not Pokemon Crystal. But hey, for someone who always wanted Pokemon Crystal, you know what I mean? I feel bad for you because it's like over $100, $200 Pokemon Crystal. And if you wanted complete in box CIB, yeah, good luck. Good luck. But a game like Tekken 6 should not be that much. Just saying, you know? And then Chrono Trigger over there, if you're interested in getting just a cartridge, just a single cartridge, good luck to you as well, because I've seen that go for 90 plus. and 100 up. And some places, sometimes if you could make a deal with someone and say, hey, I want 5 games plus this, maybe they'll put down the price, hopefully. But yeah, that's that. Like me personally, yeah, the most expensive one I was I was happy because it was on the 100 and price range. Was Castlevania Symphony of the Night. You know, I'll put that on top if I remember too. The little box up here in the type, right? The unboxing, and you know, that's a great game too. That's a very fun game. So, and overall, this is just a small opinion of mine. You know, say whatever you want. Tell me what you know. In my opinion, you know, like let's compare The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask, because that's another game that's going up in price, to Tekken 6. Okay, a game that's up in price, you know. Tekken 6 compared to Majora's Mask, I believe a Zelda game is more fun and more worth the pricing of what's it going for compared to Tekken 6, which, you know, oh man, just Tekken 6, just that pricing alone made me want to make this video. I saw that, like, I was planning to make something like this, but didn't really have that much time, busy. But then I saw Tekken 6 price, and then I was like, okay, because me, I'm getting, you know, Majora's Mask, final Zelda game to complete my Zelda collection. So I, you know, rather get that than pay a crazy amount for Tekken 6. Just saying. So eventually I'll find a cheap copy. But whew, tell me in the comments what you think about all this retro, crazy pricings of the retro games. Tell me what you think. Tell me what retro games, if you could have a great, okay, say if someone said you're gonna get a free game today, any game, retro, new, doesn't matter the price, what retro game do you want? Or tell me a few retro games that you would like, doesn't matter what console or anything. You know, tell me in the comments what do you think about all this and which games would you love. Now I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, bye.